All right, we're just going to wait for some people to come in here. I'm just checking out the scores right now. Clemson and Florida State all tied up, and I'm currently watching Virginia Tech get beat, which is pretty cool. Oh, Virginia Tech just scored. So Marshall is up by a touchdown. Not bad. So this is where me and Chris would watch the game from time to time. He had sat right next to me here, so I got his shoes in place. I meant to get a Pepsi. I didn't get a Pepsi, so if you have a Pepsi, pour one out for him. And we'll just kind of talk about the game today and see what your guys' thoughts are. Score predictions. Let me see if I can turn on comments here. Live chat. All right. So we need some score predictions. I say, the problem is Neil Brown has not won 3 games in a row. So if I say that West Virginia is going to win, I'm going against the odds. But I do think they're going to win because we're at home, and Texas Tech has not looked great. They were 1-2, and I know let's see here. They are a 60% favorite to win. We are at 40%, according to ESPN. But we all know how ESPN goes. They always go against West Virginia. So, you know what? I am going to take West Virginia by 10 points. I'm going to say 24-14. I think that that would be fair. Now, who is Texas? I haven't even looked. Who has Texas Tech played? Let's see here. So they lost to Wyoming. Wow. So they lost to Wyoming, and they lost to Oregon. Not bad. That wasn't a bad loss. But they won to Tarleton State. I've heard of some obscure teams, but I have to admit I've never heard of Tarleton State. Can you guys hear me? I did a test earlier and it seemed to go pretty well, so I figure you guys can hear me. Let's see here. I need some advice. So Chris, had companies sending him stuff all the time. So he had like mats and different things that companies would send him so he could review their products and stuff. So here is one. So I've got 3 keyboards here. They're all golden blue. That was the requirement. They had to be golden blue. I really like this Duragod. It is nice blue, but it doesn't have a numpad. So I think this one's out of the competition for what I'm needing for. This one is pretty nice. This is a Royal Kludge brand. It's pretty nice, but I can't figure out how to turn off the RGB. Every time I hit the buttons, they just start glowing. And I've looked in the manual and everything. I cannot figure out how to turn those RGBs off. So I think I'm left with this one, which it's got a little B logo on the escape button, but it does have the numpad, which I need. It's very heavy and just very nice quality. They do some nice work. I've got to figure out who makes this keyboard, but I think that's the one I'm going to go with. See, it does have RGB, but you can turn it off and all that. So I'm not big on all that fancy stuff. I also got this mat at the game the other day when we went to the Pitt game. I can't see anyone commenting live chat. Okay, boring gaming. Let's go Mountaineers. That's right. So yeah, we went to Ben and I went to the Pitt game last week, and we had an absolute blast. I wore Chris's shoes. Like I said, his shoes are right next to me. So whenever we watched the game, he would sit right next to me in the studio. And so I wore his shoes, which are about a size too small. So that was a little uncomfortable, but it was worth it. We got to meet a whole lot of people. We had these shirts coming out, gold and blue, dude. And I got to show you guys the back when I can. It has this checklist, and at the very bottom of the checklist, it has almost heaven, but with almost crossed out, and it's checked off. So I thought that was pretty good. We're going to do a pre-order on those shirts to see how many people would like to pre-order one of those shirts. Jacqueline Turner, Mountaineer fan on board. Great. All right, let's go Mountaineers. I'm excited about this game. Like I said, predicting that West Virginia wins this is probably not smart, but I do think we win this game. This will be Neil Brown's first time to win 3 games in a row, believe it or not. Like, he has not won 3 games since he's been here. He really needs to win this game. But I sent the link to Ben. I'm hoping he comes and join us. Sea-Dog, if you're watching, go ahead and join us. We want to talk a little bit about last week. Last week was great. We were right up next to the student section, and I've been going to West Virginia games for years and years, and I've never seen a student section so pumped up. And they stayed there the whole game. That there was no leaving at halftime. Back when I was at WVU, Pat White and Steve Slayton were there, and even then, like, it was an exciting time to be, in the stadium. But even then, like, the student section would wipe out at halftime. They were just gone. The game is at 3:30, Ragu. But at the Pitt game, they stayed the whole game. They were raucous, they were rowdy, and it was good to see that. I have never seen that. So I want to see what your guys' predictions are. Like I said, 24 to 14 is my prediction. And neither Cincinnati nor Oklahoma looked good in that game. Marshall trying to hang on. That's true. I hope Marshall does hang on. Like, I'm going to sit down. I'm not a Marshall fan, of course, but Josh, my brother-in-law from Chris's side, we tried to do a live stream. He's at that game at Marshall versus Virginia Tech, and they're having a good time. But like, one thing we have in common with Marshall is our hatred of Virginia Tech. And a lot of people were saying, well, y'all's biggest rival is Pitt. And yeah, I agree. Our biggest rival was Pitt. But even though they cost us a trip to the national title, I don't hate them. We'll call them nasty names. We'll say whatever about them. We'll tell them what they should and shouldn't eat. But we still have a good time when Pitt comes to town, or we go up to Pitt. And so I would say, yeah, that Pitt is our biggest rival, but we all have a common enemy against Virginia Tech. We just hate them. G.A. Jones, 27 to 21 WVU. Yes. Watching from here in the beach in South Carolina from Clarksburg. All right. I'm in Clemson, well, Seneca, but we're right close to Clemson area. So there's a big game going on in town. I don't like either team. I don't like Clemson, and I don't like Florida State. So let's see here. I'm going to see how that game is going. Ooh, still 24 to 24 in the fourth quarter. Pretty good. Jacqueline Turner says 24 to 14. Hey, that's my prediction too, Jacqueline. I hope we win. Like I said, we're going against the odds because Neil Brown has not won 3 games in a row since he started here at WVU. Is it terrible that I still want Neil Brown fired? No. I think most people agree with that. I don't want him as a coach any longer. Yeah. I think, and the thing is, he's a good guy. Like, we've had some coaches that coached well, but were not great people. you know, but I mean, like I like Bob Huggins. You know, he did a lot for the program and everything, but he had his problems. He had his demons, you know, and it seems like that's a common thing. Like the ones that are super nice are just can't get it done. They're a little too nice, and at least that's my opinion. You know, I'm sure there's nice coaches out there that can get it done, but Neil Brown, nice family man, good head on his shoulders, of course. I mean, if you make it to this level in college football as a head coach, you've got to be pretty smart. But a little too much for him to handle at WVU. But hey, we got 26 people watching. Great. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button. We're just kind of going over things. I probably can't stream during the game because I'm sure they'll look. I put up a video last week after we beat Pitt because we were at that game, and I put up a video of Country Roads where everyone was singing, and I put it up on this channel, and the pre-checks, everything turned out great. I figured there would be a copyright claim, but I published it. It was up for a couple minutes, then YouTube sent a notice saying, "Hey, you can't do that." So they're getting pretty strict on what you can and can't put on, you know, as far as fair use. Even though, I mean, we had 60,000 people there singing the song. This was not John Denver in the stadium, and we were, I don't get it. You know, like that's pretty transformative if you ask me. But we had to take that video down. I'm going to try to edit it in a way that we can put it up because it was really good to see. Like we were right next to the student section. They all stayed the whole game and sang Country Roads at the end, and it was just pretty pretty magical moment to be there last week. And let's see here. Jonathan Ezel says 13-28 Texas Tech. That's probably a pretty good prediction. Michigan got the win, and the first time Michigan covered the spread. Wow. The Grill Rifa. If the defense can keep it low scoring, we can defend the air raid. Yeah, we will see. Pick six, Beanie Bishop. Oh. All right, so where are we at on all these games? Looks like Oklahoma's beating Cincinnati, of course. Florida State and Clemson are still deadlocked. Michigan beat Rutgers, of course. And we are waiting for this game, WVU versus Texas Tech. And I'll show you guys. So this is my view. I'm down in my studio, and so we got the Hey Synthwave Spartan 2808. I've seen you comment a lot, so it's good to see you in here. So this is my view. I'm watching Marshall beat Virginia Tech. Nice. And like I said, this is where Chris would sit when he would come to visit and watch the game. So I got his shoes there. I wore these to Pitt last week, and like I said, they're about a size too small, but it was still worth wearing. We had a blast, Ben and I. We tried to go live from Morgantown, and when we were first there, we didn't have any problems. Our network was great, everything. But as soon as it started getting close to game time, network shut down. There was no way to send even a text message. It was just pretty bad. But Josh Bowen, like I was talking about earlier, he is at the Marshall game, but he has a cell. He has a device that we may end up buying, which is like a cell merger. It merges data streams. You can use two different carriers, and it kind of propagates those two into one stream, and it provides a much better connection. So that's what we're going to try to get one of those and start. So when we go up to Morgantown, we can actually live stream. We sold a bunch of shirts. We sold these Golden Blue Dude shirts. I can't really show you the back, but the back is pretty cool. I'm going to put a post up on the channel for a pre-order because it does have its checklist. We got on the side, we have West Virginia State and WVU. And on the back, we have his checklist: hats check, sunglasses check, thick skin all the way down. And like I said, at the end, we added another checklist on there, and it says Almost Heaven with the almost crossed out, and it's checked. So it's a pretty cool shirt. And we're going to put a pre-order up. We're going to have gold ones with blue lettering and blue ones with gold lettering. And we sold some at the game last week, and so maybe we can put up a pre-order and get you guys some of those shirts. And we're making them. We're not like the problem with the first set of merch that we had made for Chris was we sent them off to be printed, and it just turned out horrible. So we're actually making these ourselves. We're getting all the material. We're getting all the stuff to make them, and so we're making sure we're making good quality stuff. And I wish we could have done that the first go around, but we just had no idea that. All right, so VT is driving. Yeah. Oh, so 56 seconds, and Virginia Tech. I don't know if you guys. Probably can't show much of this, but Virginia Tech is driving. Let's go Mountaineers beat Texas Tech, Timothy. But I know what you meant. 27-24, good prediction. How much are the shirts? So what we're going to do. Oh, they didn't get it. Third down. Now it's fourth down and 1. Wow, Marshall standing them up. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a pre-order, and what we're trying to do is he had a son that passed away a few years back as from sudden infant death syndrome, and so we wanted to get a headstone for Chris that matches his son's headstone, which is a hey, we can do 4XL, and I think we can, but because we're doing them ourselves, we're buying the stuff and making the shirts ourselves, so we can do any size, but yeah, so what we're going to do with the extra proceeds is go to get him a head. We had a lot of money left over from the GoFundMe, but not quite enough to get a matching headstone. And so what we're going to do is take the proceeds from the T-shirts and use them to finish up and get his final headstone and get the GB, the gold and blue logo and all that put on it. And all that. So, but I think they're going to be 25. I haven't talked with Ben. Ben's doing all the leg work and figuring out how much things are going to be, and how we can get everything shipped for a reasonable price and still make some money to put towards. Wow, pushing them back. Oh, you know what? Marshall just might win this. Wow. Okay. I probably shouldn't be showing all that. Probably get taken down for showing all that, but hey, we can turn off monetization, so that's no problem. But yeah, we're ready for the game. Ben is in Charleston. I think he may be in North Carolina. I think he's working in North Carolina. I sent the link to him to see if he could join us, but I haven't heard from him yet. So I sent a link to Sea Dog, see if he could come in, talk with us for a little bit. We've got 40 people watching. Wow. You guys ready for this game? I'm excited about it. I really do think we can win this one. Like I said, Neil Brown has not won 3 games in a row. So this would be a first, but I think we can beat Texas Tech. I don't think it's going to be that hard, even though ESPN has us as a 60-40 underdog. But what do you guys think about the game last week, the Pitt game? Did anyone go to that game? We were in section 102, right next to the student section in the upper deck. So it was rowdy, and we had a good time. Okay, so 4th and 6. I got to show you guys this just in case you're not watching it. All right, this is 4th and 6. This is the game for Virginia Tech versus Marshall. I'll cut away here and there so they don't demonetize us. Hopefully. All right. They can stop him here. They've got the game won. And that's it. That's going to be it. Wow. Section 131 OG. If West Virginia starts Nico over Green, it might be a great game. What? What are you saying, Zach? You really think Green is that bad? You don't think we need that run spread offensive option, or you think Nico is just that much better? I'm just curious because I was hoping Green. I know he hasn't been the best at times, but I think he is improving. Every game it seems like he's improving. So wow. So Marshall's going to win that. I'm glad. Green is the starter. Yeah, they have Green listed as the starter, but they're saying that he may not, in fact, start this game. Zach says Nico is better. He may be better. I still like Green, but we'll see. So they're going to kneel this, and they are going to beat Virginia Tech. Wow, 1-3 for Virginia Tech. Sheesh. Mom and I said we were going to have to buy a T-shirt. All right, we will definitely. Oh, Jesse, hey, we'll definitely have shirts for you guys. BT offense trash as usual. Yeah, they could have done better, huh? But that's going to be a good win for Marshall for sure. And then we've got, let me see here. We've got still the same score for Florida State and Clemson. I live in Clemson, and I almost hate it when Clemson wins, because a lot of the people around here get big heads, and I go into work and that's all I hear about. But I guess it would be nice to see Clemson beat Florida State just to knock them down a peg, maybe, because Florida State really doesn't. I mean, I know they're a pretty good team, but number 4. All right, first win versus an ACC team since 2013. So wow, they that's a good game. And I guess Josh is there having a blast. Pretty cool. Josh tried to go live with us a little while ago, but something was wrong where we couldn't, he couldn't hear us, we couldn't hear him, so we didn't really get to do that live stream. But any of you guys out there, we've got 7 minutes to the game. I'm gonna probably log off for the game so they don't, take a strike to the channel or anything. But if we win, I'm gonna be back, and I want you guys to show up. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna play Country Roads, and we're gonna sing Country Roads if we win. If we don't win, well, then we're just not gonna do it. But should be a good game. I'm still waiting for Sea Dog to join. He said he'd be here. Well, he didn't. He said he was busy, and if he could find a minute, he would be here. So hopefully we can talk to Sea Dog for a little bit, because I enjoy talking with him. And Brad, the voice of Morgantown, we sent him a link, so he may be joining us. Some of the other guys. Oh, I got that at the Pitt game too. So it's my coffee mug. I've been drinking mushroom coffee. Not that you guys need to know any of this, but regular coffee makes me really jittery, and I'm almost 40, so this mushroom coffee, really, if you have any problems getting jittery and you still crave coffee, this mushroom coffee is pretty good, and it doesn't give me the jitters. It's this Grateful Earth brand. They're single serving things. You just pour it in and then put your creamer in, and it's pretty good. I just gave them a free plug, but hey. Alan Crawford, Steel 24-24. Oh yeah, let's look at that. Wow, 18 seconds left, and it is 24-24. I'm gonna watch this on my. Oh, it's want me to do that log in. I thought I've logged in with that before. YouTube TV. It's got to be. Okay. Let's see if I can sign in right quick. You got to be kidding me. Sign in. Oh, it's two-step verification. Tap yes on your phone or tablet. Y'all still there? Okay, sorry about that. It knocked me off for a minute. Florida State and Clemson coming down to the wire. Yes. Um, fourth down for Florida State. I just signed in. You got to be kidding me. I guess I'll turn on my TV to that game. Everything's so complicated these days. Geesh. Oh, okay. Just turn. No, it did not. Let's, yeah. Auburn, Texas. Where's this game at? I don't see the game. What's it on? ESPN? On ESPN or something? I'm on YouTube TV, which is, I don't know if you guys have YouTube TV, but it's pretty good. Going into overtime. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I ain't doing it. Seems like they would have it. Okay, there we go. We got Texas Tech and West Virginia. ESPN Plus. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to log in. Oh, they make this a pain. I think I'm going to get off here and figure this out so I can actually watch the game, guys. And it's going to make me try to sign in, right? Isn't it? It tries to get me to sign in every too much. Like, just keep me signed in, please. Ooh, so it is 24. Picture mode will change to standard. 24 to 24. And I'm going to get off here. Like I said, guys, if we win, which, like I said, I think it's 24 to 14. I do think we'll win. But if we do win, we're going to come back here after the game and we're going to sing Country Roads and have a good time. Anything else? I'm still seeing if Sea Dog or anyone might want to come on. I'll talk to them and see if they want to start another live stream. Thanks, Lisa Marie and Zach Ward, ESPN Plus. I'm going to have to get off here and log into ESPN Plus so I can watch the game. But Country Road, Zach Ward, yep. We'll sing it. And I hope we win that game. But like I said, that Pitt game was great. We had a blast. We met. What was interesting to me was as soon as we got there, we went to Walmart to get all of our stuff we need for the game and the tailgate and everything. And the first guy we walked into Walmart. The first guy we saw was Bill. I put a post up about Bill and Wes, and he saw my shirt and he's like, "Oh, you know Golden Blue Dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my brother." And so we got to talk to Bill for a while. Had a good talk with him. Took a picture, and then when we got to the tailgating, we tailgated right in front of a Boston Beanery. We pulled in, and Wes, they were tailgating right next to us, and he's like, "Oh, Golden Blue Dude, I watch him all the time." And so we got to talking and about Ben and I were talking to him about we were his brothers and everything, and so it was just a real good time. Then several of the cars in the line we were in knew Golden Blue Dude and expressed their condolences and stuff. It was really cool to be up there and to see how many people knew him. They would just see the shirt and they would say, "Oh, Golden Blue Dude." Pretty cool stuff. But we're going to read on the Mountaineers today. I'm going to get off here and log in because I can't multitask. I have to do one thing at a time. But like I said, get back on here when we win, and we're going to sing Country Roads together. And you guys have a good one. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit.